This week on Ghost to Ghost, visit the Windy City, Chicago.
Chicago, I think, ghost per capita is probably the most haunted city in America.
Where you'll meet Chicago's most famous ghost, Resurrection Mary. Mary was a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, attractive young woman. Legend tells that Mary was on her way to a dance at the O'Henry Ballroom on Archer Avenue. She had an argument with her boyfriend and was hitchhiking home when she was struck and killed by a hit-and-run driver. Soon after her death, people began to experience a strange phenomenon along Archer Avenue where Mary was hit. People driving down Archer Avenue at night would see a young girl hitchhiking. After being picked up, she would ask to go to the O'Henry Ballroom or sometimes to the entrance of Resurrection Cemetery. When the driver pulled up in front of the cemetery gates, she would disappear. Relive John Dillinger's death and see why his ghost still haunts the Biograph Theater. July 22nd, 1934. John Dillinger crept into a movie theater accompanied by the infamous Lady in Red, Anna Sage.
And it came to a head on this night when he came out of the theater, crossed over and turned into what Chicagoans still call Dillinger's Alley today, and was shot dead in the alley.
The reign of terror of the most notorious bank robber in history had finally came to an end. Or did it? Say hello to your mummy at the Field Museum.
Security guards working at night in the museum will from time to time hear this huge crash. They'll go to investigate and they'll find that the sarcophagus containing this one particular mummy has kind of flung itself off of its display stand.
Discover the curse of Streeterville in the John Hancock Building. One of the most unusual tragedies was the apparent suicide of Ms. Kowalski. And spend the night with the Ghost to Ghost investigative team at the most haunted cemetery in the world.
Basically, I just want to tell everybody, please do not go into the woods. We're going to go into the cemetery, so if you're going to go outside of the fence and go wander into the woods, you will get lost. Very dark back there, and it's real creepy.
Some voices coming off from the fence over here, so you might want to tell the security guard that there might be some people out there.
Did you hear that? It sounded like footsteps back there.
Yeah. She's going to tell them now that there's possibly some people out behind this fence. The motion detector.
What about it?
The motion detectors were going off with nobody around.
This and much more coming up on Ghost to Ghost.